Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing here should be considered financial advice. Always do your own research and understand the risks before investing.
Yeah, hello and welcome back to another Bitcoin update. So, nothing too much has changed. We did get a CPI data report today from the US, which pumped the market a little bit for Bitcoin as well. Pretty much the same thing that we have been tracking the last couple of days. And what we're expecting or what we're tracking is a B, C to the downside, where we could possibly have a bottom in this A wave or be somewhat close to one. It's totally possible that we could fall from here and form one more low. If that were to happen, we were looking at the 55 to 56,000 range, just based off of these swing highs and swing lows of back here in 2024 as well. And if we do get this B wave bounce, then assuming the A wave already did bottom, we can expect a resistance zone between 85,751 to 110,908 in what should be expected in a larger three-wave move before we get a rejection. If we break through resistance, it's totally possible that Bitcoin could go for a new all-time high or get rejected at some of these swing highs. Once we break through that, then we'll start to track. Maybe it could be something more bullish. For example, this whole thing could have just been a 1-2 setup, and then this could have been all of a third wave, and then a fourth wave move down, and then a fifth wave move up before we get that sell-off and decline. But that isn't the most probable scenario that we are tracking right now. What we're expecting to happen is that this price topped back here at 126,000, and we are in a wave to the downside that could have possibly bottomed, but not guaranteed. B wave bounce before we get a rejection, where with this B wave bounce we could possibly test this January high, which was around 98,000. It's totally possible that we do just get a three wave move and just touch that 85,000, then we get rejected. B waves a little bit more difficult to track, so we'll just kind of have to watch and wait to see what it does, and wait to see swing highs around 74,000 we were looking at in the last few videos to be broken to indicate something, or that this B wave could have indeed started. Now, so far what we have seen is we have only had a three wave move up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we could be in the start of that fifth wave up, which could be a larger degree first wave or an A wave, and then we get a larger degree B wave, and then a C wave up to make that larger degree 1, 2, 3 wave move up before we can get rejected and head lower, assuming that B wave plays out. Now, it's also totally possible that this could have just been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move up, and then, or sorry, no, what this could have been is just a 1, 2, 3 wave move up and an A wave, 1, 2, 3 wave move down and a B wave, and then now this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move in a C wave, where that could make up all of the A wave and then a B wave corrective move before we get that C wave, 5 wave move up, which would overall create a 1, 2, 3 wave move up before we can possibly get rejected and head lower. Now, that is a possible scenario that could be playing out in the B wave. Otherwise, it's totally possible, just because we've only had a 3 wave move up. Even this move right here has only been a 1, 2, 3 wave move up. It's totally possible that we could get rejected from these swing highs here as well. But if we do break through this, then it would just indicate that it is more likely that that A wave did indeed bottom back here around 60,000, and we could be in the start of that B wave. It's always possible to have a 1-2 setup, and then we could get a third wave move up all in the A wave, and we could still go lower for a extended A wave. That's totally possible. When we break swing highs and form a 5 wave move up, it just makes it an indication that it's more likely that a bottom could have been in, but obviously it's never guaranteed. Once we do break below some of these lows that we formed from last time, so for example this one right here, which is around 65,000, it could always just be a extended B wave to the downside, but that would create a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move down if we were to break below that. But that could always just be all of a wave and a B wave and then a C wave up, but with a 5 wave move down, it just indicates that possibly this A wave did indeed not bottom. So yeah, we are heading into the weekend. Not really too much has changed other than that small little pump today. It is a 3-wave move so far. So if we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move up and then a 3-wave move down and then a break of this swing high and a 5-wave move up, well, it's totally possible that that could have been all of an A wave. This could have been the B wave, and then now we could be in the start of this C wave to create all of that A wave. So yeah, we will keep track of that. We will watch and see how it happens. It's a weekend. It's going to be low volume. It totally could happen over the weekend, but what we could expect is just maybe a 1, 2, 3. Maybe we just get a 4th wave correction, and then we could head higher next week. But all that is just speculation at the moment. So yeah, pretty much same thing that we have just been checking on. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for this video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.